Hello, good people. Welcome to our show. Hello, bad people. Welcome to our show. Hello, anyone who want to learn more about SEO. Welcome. I'm not sure today if it's SEO, GEO, or anything like that. So we are going to learn more about that. It's very important to adapt, to move fast because our industry is going very fast. It's not like 10 years ago. Today, many things are changing, and sometimes we can't even take all these new updates that we have. And I'm so excited to discuss a lot more with Beatrice Gamba. How are you?
Hi. Very good. Thank you.
Oh, a big pleasure to get you on my podcast. I can admit that you have the most beautiful name that I had from 800 experts that spoke on my podcast. It's the first time Beatrice, someone with this exotic, real good name, can join my podcast. You know, I started to speak like Donald Trump, very beautiful name. So, uh, Beatrice, I know you have great experience. I follow you on LinkedIn. I love your content, so it's valuable. We are almost neighbors because by now I'm in Spain, but you're in Italy, so probably we can go to different conferences close to us. Tell more about your experience, background, and anything that can help our listeners to learn more about you.
Yeah, sure. So I graduated in economics actually, so it's not that close to SEO, but um, in time, I narrowed down my job searches to anything related to the web. And then I landed at WordLift, where I was able to learn about knowledge graphs and semantic SEO. And I started as a project manager and scaled my way up to being the head of innovation now. I manage a team of SEOs, data analysts, and we take care of our enterprise client strategies. So I really love about SEO and about working at in a SaaS-based agency, working on the different clients, learning about the different industries, and really being able to focus and solve uh, each client's problem. So this makes me feel like, like as if I was like a doctor for websites and teams. And yeah, that's really an exciting career. I think nonetheless there are a lot of changes lately. There have been a lot of changes, but I think this is also what makes it more beautiful. You have to constantly learn and search for new things and solutions
All the
to,
time.
yeah, always.
Don't stop. Yeah, never stop learning. If you think that you are an expert, you're dead. You know, you can't compete with others. It's impossible. And by the way, as I mentioned, that I spoke plus 800 experts, and I don't know even one expert who joined this niche from ACO degree. Anyone came from different niches: journalism, design, development, marketing, even uh, irrelevant niches from real estate. I don't know anything. So, but I don't know even one who joined like from SEO. We are quite unique. So
Yeah.
it's so and but I see. I mean, like if someone can join from journalism, they can praise digital PR. Someone who loves writing, they can say, oh, it's important to write high quality text and create high quality content. People with great technical optimization skills can say, no, we need to provide technical optimization to optimize as much as possible. Beatrice, tell about your strong side. Where are you paying more attention?
Yeah, right. So this also shifts, like with how much we learn about the new technologies that emerge, or even the ones that stay. Like for example, Google um, and AI mode and the overviews and the LLMs. So based on how they work, we always have to rebalance what we do first. So right now, I think we are in a phase where content is equally important as technical SEO. So technical SEO has been sometimes overlooked for some time, saying, okay, this is just stuff our developers do. But right now it's really important because of the crawlers and of how LLMs gather the data from our websites. It's especially important to be technically optimized. So I think that right now I will start with the technical SEO and the structured data and focus on the content. So that's like a strategy that I see working with the new
Yeah, got it.
SEO way.
Yeah. Beatrice, I opened your LinkedIn account because I love opening LinkedIn accounts, and I see that you reposted content from co-founder and CEO of WordLift that SEO 3.0 isn't about mentions, it's about AI visibility. I want to speak more about that. I know some SEO experts can say, no, they hate the new terminology geo. They can say it's still ASEO. Someone can say no. I mean, like even when I read this press release that Adobe acquired SEMrush, on this press release they didn't mention a lot ASEO. They mentioned like geo, that it's a new environment. But I know some experts can say no, it's not geo. It's still ASEO. Stop confusing others. To be honest, I'm in the middle. I respect anyone. I respect both opinions. I think like even if it's called geo, the foundation is the same. But I can't agree that you don't need to change anything because Google can say, no, don't change anything. I can't agree with that because it's not like fighting for 10 blue links. We are fighting for this visibility in AI mode, AI overview. Even we still have 10 blue links, but I'm not sure about the future. Probably we have a new environment, virtual environment. We'll see. I don't know. But can you tell how you imagine this AI visibility today?
Yeah, right. So for instance, I think that we are always changing, right? So maybe the tools that we use or how we work can stay the same, but not quite still. But then the strategy has to change, right? So I think strategies need to be readapted to focus on AI ability. So because how the LLMs work is different from how search engines work. So in order to be mentioned, and then there are multiple ways to be mentioned, right? So you can be cited, you can be not cited, you can have a link or just a link mentioned in a small quote or a larger tile. So this really depends and is totally out of control. So if you think that we had issues like saying, oh, will my site be mentioned for this keyword in the top 2 or 3 blue links on Google, and we felt like this is totally out of our hands. But if you think about it now, how really out of control it is. And I think that the key is to being able to give ourselves clients, if you are working in an agency, more control over the information that are given out and handed out to the machines. The core concept to me is control of the information, because we do not want to give too much space or too much freedom of action to the machines. And this can be done if your data is consistent and updated and visible. So this is why, for example, at WordLift, we have always worked with knowledge graph and the concept of structured data. And also that for so long has been overlooked as something that also by Google themselves, how many times they've said that is totally wrong, that is not, you do not have a way to manipulate. So we never manipulate anything. We are just, injecting a metadata layer that breaks down the most important part of the content of every single page. That's all that structured data does in a nutshell. And I think that for LLM visibility, This is especially important nowadays.
Yeah, nice. Beatrice, I guess, don't ask me how I know that. I guess you love reading books. Yeah, I have some reason to believe on that. So, yeah, for someone who can listen this podcast, I just can tell Beatrice has a lot of books on her background. So yeah, and for me it's Slavian format. I like more books than videos, than podcasts, than blog posts. I think like it's foundation. And today I believe that this foundation can bring a lot more knowledge and skills than articles how to, because articles how to changes, but books can bring foundation of human psychology, why they consume content, why they buy, why they make some decisions. So and I think it's my suggestion, because the last time it's popular to use new terminology like AEO, answer engine optimization. For me, I'm not sure about the strategy, because probably it works in the short time. I don't know how long this short time will be, because what we can see when many content creators started to submit FUK, started to submit schema, sometimes it even can hurt UX. Sometimes it doesn't bring value, but we need to optimize for that. So, and I don't think it's a good idea. I like the approach from Gary Vaynerchuk. He's not an SEO expert. He's more about motivational speaker, digital marketing, but he said he doesn't care about SEO. He cares about bringing value. So if you bring value, I think any AI mode, ChatGPT, Perplexity can take your content, especially when today when many experts can say it's hallucination, wrong results. If you have these results, it means ChatGPT will improve it, will update it before they get real great results. So that is why they need this valuable content. What do you think about these guys? Do we need to learn from this answer engine optimization, geo guides, tutorials that might work today? Might work. I don't know if it works. Might work, but not sure about the future. Your opinion?
I think that what works, it's experience. So if you must have like a proven experience. So I do a lot of webinars. I like to explain things, but I also like to show things. So in this case, we don't have like, I don't have slides or anything, but usually I do. And what I talk about the most, it's not like slogans or catchphrases. What I show is this strategy, what we do, and the results that the strategy brought, because that is the only thing that we know works. So every case is different, every website is different, every team we work with, every website we work on is different. So you can have a single um, ingredient recipe, right? So you have to keep everything in the mix. And in order to have the good mix, you have to have the right experience. So I think that this is really the only valuable thing. And this is why I think that, it's really exciting to be an SEO nowadays, because it seems like everything that we have been learning and talking about now is adding up, and we are, working towards making making things work in a reality that is shifting and it's so different. But then it's also always the same things that we do, right? So we are not optimizing for keywords. But for example, at WordLift, we never did, because with the structured data, we never needed to do any keyword stuffing, because once the metadata is scannable and readable by the machine themselves, you don't have to do that. But of course, now we need more content, of course, but we also have more tools and capabilities of producing it. And then, of course, it has to bring value. There also, in this sense, there is no manipulation. So it makes sense to produce like 500 content pieces editorial calendar. It does, if you really go in depth and you are really able to break down your industry's topics into a well organized editorial content. but then you have to bring, to highlight what is your competitive advantage, why you are producing this content.
Yeah.
Has always, to be clear, also in the editorial calendar. We've been working on such projects lately. We saw good results, but we always have like multiple humans in the loop. So we never publish anything out of an AI model. So we
Yeah.
always have one or two people, and also people on our client side reviewing the content, not like word by word, but there has to be like a human intervention at some point. But the capability to publish content, of course, helps, but it has to be valuable content.
Yeah, of
And,
course.
and also, like what we know works is we know that Google, of course, won't promote your content if you start publishing 100 articles per month when your rate was much lower before. So everything must be really well thought. So there are always rules that you have to follow. And I think that value is like a very big component of any geo or
Yeah. Okay.
whatever
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah, I don't remember this abbreviatures as well. Sometimes I need to read them in my notes. Beatrice, you mentioned about 100 articles, and I remember that was my strategy for 2 decades, probably less than 2 decades. Okay, like 15 years. So I can't count how many articles we wrote. A lot of plus thousand. Let's imagine plus thousand. We got a million traffic, and to be honest, we always updated our approaches because in 2008 I didn't write any articles. I just created content for any topic, even if all these topics were not related to keywords. Google ranked well before Panda, when Panda started to learn, understand better intent. So we changed from e-commerce content to blog articles. That was, I can imagine like that was era from 2011 to 2019. So we cooperated with a bunch of copywriters who wrote some information that worked well for a long time. Then EEAT was released and we stopped cooperating with copywriters. We started to cooperate with experts as I do today. I still cooperate with them. Even if we have ChatGPT, we still need someone who can drive this ChatGPT. I don't care. It's AI written or manual written. I don't care. I care about value. I think users don't know if it's machine written or human written or mix between them. They care about value. So that is why I never say any expert that cooperate with me. For example, we usually search for writers who can post on Investopedia, Forbes, big publications. We usually reach out to them and tell, okay, we can cooperate. Let's do it. And I never put any requirement. Please don't use AI. No, I tell them use AI. Why you don't need to use AI? Use it, please use it, but bring me value. And for example, if you ask me to write any great content about, let's imagine, weight loss, I can't. I will fail 100%. I had personal experience. I lost my weight, but I can't teach others. I can't teach others. And even if I submit the best prompts that I can find on Google, on ChatGPT, I can't create value because I'm not an expert on this niche. But about SEO digital marketing, to be honest, my biggest results were from AI written content. My biggest results. I got real great engagement. For example, one post on LinkedIn, I got plus 100,000 views, 600 comments, a lot of hate, a lot of love. So I got this engagement, but that was completely written by AI, completely. But I knew what kind of prompts I need. I never accept the first result from first prompt. I ask again. I can craft, but I can get totally written AI content because I can drive this car. I can analyze it. So, what is your opinion about AI content today?
Yeah, right. So honestly, I I've been speaking for the past 3 years at the Knowledge Graph conference in New York at Cornell Tech, and I remember the first time I went with my own presentation. It's like 3 years ago, and I remember mentioning the tsunami of content, that it was just about ChatGPT was just uh, behind the corner. So it was not
Yeah.
massively used as today, but it was definitely there. And we could already foresee the need for more content. And it was that time when we were starting to be subdued by AI slop, because before it was harder to write good content with AI because we did not master prompting. We did not do any prompt engineering. Now there's much more education towards
Yeah.
that. Before it was just, okay, write me an article about that and you will publish it, right? So I remember mentioning this, and I remember the solution to it that I proposed being that people would have been much more important in the future and not the opposite. Because at the end of the day, if any machine can write a piece of content about anything, then people need to level up and start studying more uh, continuously and adding up to our own experience and expertise, never setting for anything, always, going beyond and over what we are doing today. It's not enough. Like what we're doing today is not enough anymore. We have to work for what's going to be on tomorrow, because today machines are already doing what we are doing.
Yeah.
Uh, so I really think that this is something that we have to gear up for. And also leading a team of people, I always strive for um, education and training and reading as many articles as possible, because this is how new ideas are born.
Yeah.
And this is how we also are able to shape the future as humans and experts in a field that has been shaken by
Yeah.
such a technology. So what I think about content is that it's totally legit to generate and publish content that is AI generated if um, if you can prompt well, or if you can edit it at the end. So adding the human touch and the human expertise is what will bring the value to that piece of content.
Nice.
And this is not only in terms of the content itself, it's also like writing your name at the end of it is what gives value to that piece of content for machines, right? So maybe not so much for humans. If a human person doesn't know you, they will just read and say, okay, this was valuable, but maybe not because I wrote it. But for a machine that knows that I am a head of innovation at WorldLift, I have been speaking, I've been a speaker at conferences, etc., the machine will know that that piece of content is valuable because I wrote it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a double edged concept.
Yeah. Beatrice, I usually track how many times you can pronounce some words. You mentioned value many times, and I lost my track. Like probably plus 10 times, but I don't know. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, and I lost my track. So yeah, I completely agree. Value, value, value. You need to bring value. If you can't bring value, then you're in trouble. Generic content today can't win. You can't manipulate the system. System is very smart. Google is very smart. Google has enough experience. You can't cheat the system. It's impossible. If someone can find the way how to cheat it, yeah, some people can. But just imagine how much resources you need to put today. It's not like many years ago, Black Hat SEO, you need to pay like for PBN a small piece of resource. I don't know, like not a lot. But today you need to invest a lot to find the way to cheat, and probably it works in short time. But I am not sure about the long time. Beatrice, I want to discuss about blog posts, because we wrote a bunch of blog posts. You mentioned many times about value, but what do you think about writing blog posts for SEO for the future? If ChatGPT and Google AI mod Perplexity can reply to these questions fully, it's not like before when users can find title, description. It's not enough. It's not enough. They need to click to open to find more content. But today, when AI search chats can reply to these questions fully, there is no need to click. Many times I found all information in AI mode, and okay, it's enough. Why I need to click? Okay, I can see some links, but I don't need to click them. Like in Wikipedia, you can learn Wikipedia. In the end, a bunch of links, like plus 100 links. I never click them. Never. So, can you tell about blog content today and for the future? Your opinion?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a link or not. I mean, of course, it matters, but I don't think that like none of our clients thrive on clicks on their from their to their blog posts. It doesn't matter, because if we are producing good content and we are still, giving some value back to the users at the end of the day, because if it's like if it's good material that machines are being trained on, then okay, it's an act of kindness from our part, and that's okay. I think that there is a higher end to this. It still matters to write blog posts, even hundreds of them, because in this way you are creating your own trustability fund. If you're able to maintain and work on a large scale editorial calendar, then you have more chances to be recognized as the expert on that industry topic. And if blog posts are published in this framework, then I think that the value is more like 1+1. It's not only 2 in this case, right? It's not just the sum of the article published. It's the fact that AI, LLMs, and Google will recognize your brand as a industry expert factory for this specific industry.
Yeah, it's like topical authority. Yeah, it makes sense. But I think it's a bad idea to write blog content in order to get SEO traffic. So basically, yeah, of course we want to get SEO traffic. 100% we need it. But if you write just in order to get SEO traffic, you're in trouble. So if you bring value, and SEO can become an extra channel. You can get traffic from newsletter, loyal audience, direct traffic, communities, many other channels. So if it brings value, why not? Yeah, keep writing blog content. If Google or ChatGPT will not reference to this content, it's okay. You can get topical authority. You can help people, customers who can consume this content. Because, for example, any blog content can help customers. I mean, like how your products can solve problems. You can share links. I often do it. So if customers can ask about link building or PR, I tell them, look, take this link because I can teach like a few days without stop. But just learn a little bit. You need to understand what you order. So it makes sense. Of course, it makes sense. Beatrice, let's talk about B2B. You mentioned about B2B. I think I'm in the B2B field as well. So we have our software as a service tool, and I can become your customer. I think like I can join, but I'm very picky, and my audience is very picky as well. So we have a lot of choices. I can count million freelancers, agencies. So can you tell about your strong side, especially in B2B? So how you can help B2B companies, software as a service companies, to get high results and grow businesses?
Yeah, that's a good question. There is a lot of choice today, and I think that's good. What we have to become experts in is always defining our own competitive advantages. So this is like an essential term, but this is how we start crafting our strategies for all of our clients. So at WordLift, we work with smaller clients, but also very large enterprises like L'Oreal and Luxottica. We've been working with Coca-Cola for years. So of course, it's not always the same strategy. It's not a one size fits all. But you always have to start from what makes you different. We do that with data. We do that with ontologies. We build knowledge graphs, which are maps that help defining the core competencies, the competitive advantages of our clients. We foresee a future without websites, and this is what we are working towards. Our aim is to really make our clients future proof and get their data and content organized in such a way that the machines will be able to retrieve content from their site without the need of a user interface of a website even. So this is what we do, and we do it well. We've been seeing great results from our clients, but everything we do is very much data driven.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the future of any optimization.
Yeah, nice. In the beginning of this podcast, we chatted a little bit about SEO course. So I think this format is great. By the way, I have my SEO course. I launched this course in 2021, like 4 years ago. That was good course because we did this course with 20 other experts, including Lily Ray wrote an article for this course, many other great experts, film videos. To be honest, I don't have time to update this course because a lot of other priorities, many other priorities, they still all the time. So it's more about, and I think it's everywhere. I mean, like everyone has own priorities that works for them. So can you tell about your SEO course? So you're working now on this course, and what kind of value we can get with this course?
Yeah, right. Yes, I've been working for ML for SEO, which is a project, a learning project from Lazarina Stoy. And I produced a mini course for now, and there's something else cooking for next year. That's about entity-based strategies to attract traffic from LLMs. So there are a lot of actionable suggestions on how to do that, spreadsheets and tutorials. And again, it's not about manipulating, but it's more about understanding like how things really work. With knowledge and learning, getting to understand how SEO works, but how the infrastructure works. I think that nowadays, like many SEOs don't even know how Google works still. But I think that it's a really important part of our job is to actually understand in order to build a strategy that works. Because if you're just doing something because this is how it's done, this is the first step, yes, but do you know why you're doing that? Because there's more than the algorithm. So in order to I started from explaining how LLMs work, what a knowledge graph is, the basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you build up on that, on the notions, and doing things one step at a time.
Yeah, when it's ready, let me know. I'll share with my audience. I think they will love it because it's important to have knowledge before crafting the strategy. If you know how it works, you can craft the right strategy. And it's not even about strategy; it's more about implementation, so execution, so how you can get results done. Beatrice, I have my final two questions, very important questions for my audience, especially for business owners who want to get this traffic but have no idea how it works. So basically they need sales. They are looking for ways how to get more sales. Some of them can use paid marketing. Some of them have different channels, including word of mouth. It doesn't matter. So it works for them, but they want to get SEO traffic. And let's imagine you want to promote a new project. You love it. High quality products, but you have no idea how it works. What will you do in order to understand how SEO works, to find the right SEO expert who can lead this project?
Yeah, again, it's very important to understand what is the main goal.
Okay.
Also for us as SEOs, right? Because now clicks are worthless. So sometimes we don't even know what we want to do with our own SEO strategies, and we can't, pinpoint that on our clients. So this is why we have been starting measuring something else. So we have started measuring the impact of our strategy based on what the client gives value. And usually that's leads, right? Every business owner just wants more money from their side. They want more high quality leads and conversions. And this is what we have been working towards. But this doesn't mean that our strategies are not SEO anymore, because you can do SEO strategies that are worth money, but you have to level up in order to do that. Just, updating the meta descriptions or the H1 or the SEO titles, it's not going to do that anymore. So also us as SEO experts have to actually step up and start doing more bolder strategies, I think, because that's what brings value in terms of money to the final client. So I would look out for an agency that is able to keep up with my goals as a business owner.
Yeah, nice. Oh, someone came to me, and you can see it's live. My dogs hate all couriers. Anyone who can bring any stuff to my apartment, they hate them. Okay, Beatrice, my final question about future. Let's forecast the future, because I know, guys, I know. Let me close the door a few seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
So I can admit that I'm terrible forecaster of the future, because I failed to forecast the right American president. I failed about Bitcoin price. I failed many times in my life. And I remember 10 years ago, one of my friends came to me and asked, do you want to buy 1,000 Bitcoins? It can be future money. I replied, no, I don't know what is it. No, okay, take just 100 Bitcoins. And I denied, no, I don't need it. What is it? I even don't understand what is it. I mean, like, it's, I don't feel them physical. And I denied. Yeah, of course, that was a mistake. But but I found that I'm good with adaptation. Whatever happens, Google, ChatGPT, Perplexity, I adapt. I'm on the second stage. I can't create this technology, but I can adapt to this technology and search where a customer attention is. So I'm going to this direction. So, but anyway, I keep forecasting all the time. Even when I fail, I keep forecasting. Beatrice, I'm interested about your forecast. What kind of SEO will be in 5-10 years according that we have today, like Adobe paid almost $2 billion for SEMrush, Surfer SEO was acquired, so big. I mean, like, if companies can pay this money, I mean, like, this industry has great future, because nobody can just waste $2 billion. So your opinion about SEO in 5-10 years?
Well, that's a great question, actually. I can see people are going to be able to do more things on their own. And this has already started. And many jobs will be replaced by business owners themselves. And I've noticed like business owners, website owners being much more involved in discussing the strategies, and I can sense there's more education towards the web uh, than before. So again, it's really much about constantly improving. And like I said before, what my forecast is that we are not going to have like websites anymore, because people are going to search on are going to be guided by the user interfaces of LLMs. So it will be hard to get the users out of those boxes. So we are going to need to create strategies that embed content inside the content, with data, without data. We don't know how that will be, but for sure, we are going to know that and to learn that users will stay in the LLMs more and more. So if we can start optimizing for that now, I think it will be like a very like a good competitive advantage.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. I think like we need to move. We just need to move, and I think it's important to make hands dirty. I mean, like if you just learn, it doesn't work if you don't practice these things. If you don't try these things, you can fail. I fail all the time. I failed. Like I remember when I started digital PR. We paid $6,000 for one press release to write and distribute. $6,000, but the main goal was to write 12 press releases. 12 press releases, a lot of money. It's like in a week, so it's more than $72,000. So what I did, I started to write myself. I wrote plus 100 press releases like in the first month. I distributed all of them. I got 0 mentions, 0 links. For 3 months, nothing, completely nothing. I keep doing this. And then after 3 months, I got first small backlink, nothing special, a few mentions. Then after 6 months, we got average data. And after 9 months, Forbes, CNN, MSN, Business Insider, big websites, because of experience trying different things. Beatrice, it's a big pleasure to get to my show, to learn from you. I love this experience. Tell the best way how to keep learning from you, how to reach out to you, how to follow you.
Yeah, sure. On LinkedIn, you can type me up. I also have a personal website, beatrice-gamba.com. And also, I write a blog post on wordleaf.io blog, company blog. And I mean, you can find me all over the place. I'm
Awesome,
all over the
awesome, guys.
place,
You can find
literally.
yeah, you can find links in the description to this podcast. I tag you on LinkedIn. I follow you. I need this value. I know that if I don't learn from others, I can be in trouble. I need to get ideas and choose which ideas can work for me. So, guys, I recommend to anyone to follow smart and beautiful Beatrice Gamba on LinkedIn. You can see a lot of value on this podcast. You can understand that it's huge. It's very important. And guys, when I have this SEO course from Beatrice, yeah, I will let you know. So follow me as well. Okay, see you next time. Thank you.